There's some major parts of the storyline interface that you need to be familiar with, and I want to walk through some of those parts right now. The first part is the very first view that you see when you log in or create a new project, and this is your story view. This is your overall view of your project and how it connects to other chapters and other pages as well, and this will give you that high-level overview. It is also useful for you to be able to change things across pages really quickly as well. It's also where you can record your screen and insert some content. You can also come in and create question banks and so forth. We're going to dive deeper into that in another video, but when you double click on your page, you now see this canvas area. So this canvas is where you start to lay out your pages, very similar to PowerPoint. If you have PowerPoint, that's really what you're working with to insert your objects and to add text and images and other things like that. Now, over on the left-hand side, this is where you can see your different pages within this current scene. Now, the scenes are essentially chapters or modules. So if I come back into the story view, you can see right here I can create new scenes. If I have more than one scene, I can flip between those different scenes by clicking on this drop-down box here. But if I wanted to add new pages, you simply just come over here, right-click, go to New Slide, and then come down to the different types of pages. Or you can come over to Slides, and then you can come in here and click on New Slide, and then click on Blank right there. So either way allows you to create the new page. Up here is my toolbars, and this is my ribbon essentially, very similar to PowerPoint as well. This is my home, where a lot of common things like adjusting the player, previewing the course, publishing it out as well. Some fonts, if I'm working with text, this will be enabled so I can change the fonts and the font style. Insert tab allows me to insert a lot of different content, so text and images and interaction elements like buttons and dials and sliders and everything like that. So this is really when we start to build our content and build our different layouts, we'll be working with the Insert tab a lot. Now, Slides allows me to insert slides. New slides I can import from my team slides if you're sharing with the different team members. If I have my own templates, I can go into my own templates, or I can go into the content library, which are different page layouts available through Storyline 360. You can also insert graded questions and so forth. And we're going to dive into each of these different sections and how you can adjust some of these things. So your design tab, transitions, animations, your view tab and how you work with the view that you're seeing, how you can zoom in and zoom out, your media library, so how you can work with the different assets and export those out and import them back as well. And then the help tab, so different forums, different blogs, and so forth. You know, Articulate has a great community, and so if you get involved in the community, they're very active and they do a lot of different challenges as well. So you may want to check that out. Now over here is the ability to preview this project into different sizes. So if I come in here and I click on tablet, it'll automatically take me into the preview mode and I can see exactly how this will look on a tablet. I can do this with the phone as well. So phone landscape, phone portrait, tablet landscape, tablet portrait, and then laptop. So those are my different preview sizes. And that's just a quick way to be able to go in and preview my content from any tab that I'm on right now. Now over here on the right-hand side is my triggers. These are the actions. So when the user interacts or they click on something on the page, this is what it's going to do, including the player. So if there's something on the player like a next button, a back button, or something like that, this will have the triggers that you can adjust. If you wanted to run some logic before they go on to the next page, you can come in here and adjust those triggers. And we have some default triggers there right now, which is the next button and the previous button. And that's essentially telling you to go to the next page if you click on the next button or back. And I can adjust those if I wanted to. Slide layers we'll get into, where you can create different interactions and show content and hide content. And you can design that using slide layers. Now, the next thing is the timeline. The timeline will allow me to animate to audio. It'll allow me to insert or rearrange objects, and I can group objects together as well. The states will allow me to adjust the states. So if I wanted to turn buttons different colors, or if I wanted to change images like a people person from one pose to another pose, I'll be working with the states there. And then notes is essentially what the user will see as a script, or something that if you just want to use it as notes for what's going to go on that slide, you can get into that as well. That's essentially the user interface. You can come into File. This is where you can import other content like PowerPoint, translations. This is where you can print or publish as well. So that's the main navigation of what you'll be working with inside of Storyline. In the next video, we're going to talk about the other tools that are available inside of Articulate Storyline 360, just so you're aware of it. And that includes some of the tools that you can actually import into Storyline, including Quizmaker, Engage, and so forth. So we'll talk about that in the next video.